And here we go.
The last decade of college football has given way to some of the most talented athletes to play the game.
And it's called in for the touchdown.
Many have gone on to have successful careers at the next level, but only a few have cemented their legacy as one of college football's best. Here's a look at some of the best college football players to ever take the field over the last decade.
There's not a lot of middle ground when talking about Baker Mayfield.
His ability to throw the football down the field, make plays with his legs.
He's got so much moxie.
He also has one win. Go cheer on basketball.
Baker Mayfield wasn't highly recruited out of high school, so he decided to start his college career as a walk-on at Texas Tech.
But Mayfield, I'm still stunned that we could have walk-on next to his name. He turned down scholarship offers.
When things didn't work out there, he walked on to the football team at University of Oklahoma. Head coach Bob Stoops didn't even know Mayfield was on campus when he arrived in 2014.
I said, you didn't even call me. I didn't know you were even coming.
A year later, Mayfield won the quarterback competition over third-year QB Trevor Knight.
Baker just keeps making plays and keeps willing his team to wins.
He's playing 100 miles an hour on every play.
Mayfield was an underdog. He played with a chip on his shoulder. He also had a controversial attitude. He chalked that up to his competitive nature.
Go ahead and address the whole flag deal. I didn't mean it to be disrespectful at all. I mean, we do the flag thing at OU Texas, and so that's just something I got caught up in an emotional win.
In each of his 3 seasons with the Sooners, Mayfield finished in at least the top 4 in Heisman voting and finally took home the award after his senior campaign. He was the first walk-on to win the award.
This year's Heisman Trophy winner is Baker Mayfield of the University of Oklahoma.
Minkah's definitely one of the smartest football players I've ever been around.
The guy has incredible work ethic.
University of Alabama's defense is known for being terrifying. Minkah Fitzpatrick, the person, is not. In fact, he's the opposite. But he did torment opposing quarterbacks on the football field.
Low snap, pressured by Minkah Fitzpatrick, and Malik Mitchell thrown for a loss.
In 3 seasons, Magic Minkah had 171 tackles and 9 picks, returning 4 for touchdowns.
Line to the ball.
The most prolific of his TDs came during his sophomore season in a win over 16th-ranked Arkansas.
Picked off again by Minkah Fitzpatrick. How about it, folks? 100 yards of glory.
That day, he broke the tied record for longest interception returned for a touchdown. He also tied the school record for most picks in a game and career interceptions returned for a touchdown. After 3 years and 2 national crowns with the Tide, Fitzpatrick was chosen number 11 overall by the Miami Dolphins.
Kuechly, the freshman All-American,
Diagnoses plays quickly.
He is one of the fine individual defensive players in the country.
Luke Kuechly is without a doubt the best linebacker in Boston college history. A combination of instinct and athleticism, he immediately made an impact year 1, becoming the first true freshman to lead the Eagles in the conference in tackles.
Did you see Luke Kuechly jump over the pile?
He's Superman.
And stuff that play?
They call him Superman on this team.
The following years, he led the entire country in both solo and total tackles, but his speed certified him as a 3-down linebacker as well, helping him snag 6 interceptions.
Intercepted, Kuechly. And Kuechly with the stiff arm. Kuechly still on his feet. Touchdown, Kuechly.
Kuechly would then go on to be drafted by the Carolina Panthers, number 9 overall.
Tua is a very athletic, instinctive guy.
That's one person I study a lot so it can make me better as a player.
Tua is a great quarterback.
Tua Tagovailoa's breakout opportunity presented itself during his freshman season with the Crimson Tide. Alabama was down by 13 in the second half of the national championship game against Georgia.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Alabama wins!
The next season, Tagovailoa eventually won the starting job over Hurts despite head coach Nick Saban's reluctance to lock down the position early in the season.
Well, I still like both guys. I think both guys are good players. I think both guys can help our team. All right, so why do you continually try to get me to say something that doesn't respect one of them? I'm not going to, so quit asking.
Tua became one of the top quarterbacks in the nation after breaking multiple school and conference records, including most passing touchdowns in a season and total yards per play in a season. In 2019, both an ankle and hip injury would keep him from building on his past success. Regardless, he's still expected to be one of the top quarterbacks in his draft class.
So here comes Johnny Manziel.
Is he the biggest celebrity in the history of college football?
He's got confidence. He's not lacking that.
Johnny Football began his freshman season relatively unknown, but a game against Arkansas put him on the map.
Manziel still on his feet. Touchdown
Aggies. Houdini does it again.
Manziel was athletic and elusive. He could extend plays and attack defenses. As a rook, he became the first freshman and the 5th player in NCAA history to pass for 3,000 yards and rush for 1,000 yards in a season. With a resume like that, it was no surprise that he became the first freshman to win the Heisman.
Johnny Manziel, winner of the 78th Heisman Trophy.
Then things seemed to go south. Johnny Football became Money Manziel, and off-field issues arose heading into his sophomore season.
Being criticized for partying too much, being asked to leave a quarterback camp because you accidentally slept in, and being asked to leave a frat party is one thing. Being investigated by the NCAA for a rules violation, something completely different.
Marcus Mariota has just gone deep.
Mariota, big opening.
Mariota's gone. Marcus Mariota went airborne.
Now he does it with his legs.
Nobody can catch him.
Mariota became the first Oregon player, the first Polynesian, and the first player from Hawaii to win the Heisman.
Marcus Mariota of the University of Oregon.
In his junior season, he threw for 3,783 yards and 38 touchdowns with just 2 interceptions, plus 669 yards rushing and 14 scores.
Aloha means touchdown.
The flying Hawaiian, he is gone.
He finished his career holding the conference records in total touchdowns, single-season total offense, single-season total touchdowns, and passes attempted without an interception.
This guy is a man-child.
One of the best that we've seen in quite a while.
Absolutely can take a game over.
I'm headed to the University of South Carolina.
Jadeveon Clowney stepped foot on South Carolina's campus in the summer of 2011 as the consensus #1 player in the nation. And it showed. He was affectionately referred to as a freak.
He's just a freak.
He's a freak.
He's a freak. He's a freak. That's basically all there is to it.
Opposing quarterbacks were put on notice after the defensive end threw Georgia's Aaron Murray to the ground with basically one hand.
3 wide receivers, and Murray couldn't even complete his drop. Then he fumbles the football. Jadeveon Clowney knocked it loose, and Melvin Ingram has scored again.
The whole world was welcome to the Clowney Show during the 2013 Outback Bowl, pitting the Gamecocks against the Michigan Wolverines.
Michigan at the 41. What a hit! Ball's free, on the ground. South Carolina deserves to have it, and they do. Clowney just says, I'll take care of business right here. I'll come off the ball and rock you and get it right back for our offense. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate for sure next year.
I remember the big hit with Clowney, one of Mike Tirico's great calls. No one blocked him. I mean, that's what people got to remember. Yeah, it was a great hit. It was a great play, but Michigan blew the blocking scheme. The tight end never blocked Clowney. I'd have liked to have been in that meeting room after the game. And I also thought the running back's head was in the helmet when the helmet flew off the man's head. That's how hard the hit was.
Yikes. Clowney was a front runner for the Heisman heading into his 3rd season, but the hype was overshadowed by controversy and injuries.
The South Carolina Gamecocks have underwhelmed this season, and no one has been more disappointing than the Gamecocks' freakish defensive end, Jadeveon Clowney.
If he never plays another snap here, we all should be thankful and appreciative that he came to South Carolina.
We got the best player in this conference and the best player in the country in Deshaun Watson.
He's an excellent runner when they choose to run him.
He's probably even more dangerous when he's in the pocket.
Deshaun Watson arrived in Clemson, South Carolina as one of the most highly sought-after dual-threat quarterbacks in the nation. To say he lives up to that hype would be an understatement.
Watson rolling out, takes a downfield shot, right for the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger!
He clocked out with a record of 32-3 as Clemson's starting quarterback. Watson would also become the school's leader in completion percentage, passing efficiency, and total offense per game.
Watson throws the end zone against it, and wham! Touchdown! Renfro!
Breaking records is cool, but nothing beats winning championships. In 2016, Watson led the Tigers from a 14-0 deficit to win the national championship against Alabama. He would link up with Hunter Renfro for the game-winning touchdown to secure the school's 2nd national title.
Deshaun, a year ago you came so close and then fell short. National champion. What does it mean?
I'm speechless right now, man. It's what God wants.
Thanks for watching. You can check out all of the rest of our end of the decade content here on our YouTube channel. For more news and highlights, download the ESPN app, and for premium content and streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.